What's up, bitch?
Not too much. I am sitting on my bed with a hot cup of coffee. There's also two cats on my bed right now.
Oh, hell yes. The
So the
lap of
vibes are pretty
luxury.
good.
Pure decadence.
Pure decadence. Um, yeah. I don't know. There's not a ton for me to report back.
Yeah, just
Um,
just kitty time.
just kitty time. Oh, I went to my roommate's like so she turned 25 and graduated very recently.
Nice.
So her mom threw like a little family gathering that's like a grad slash birthday party. I went to
Uh-huh.
that yesterday, and her brother just had a kid like almost a year ago. So there was like a little baby walking around, and it kept looking at me. And I had made it clear to everyone beforehand that I'm like, I am not going to be rude to this small child, but I don't know how to interact with children, so I'm just not going to. So please don't be mad at me for it.
Right.
Because I know my limits, and I just um,
Right.
but I don't know, it's just so strange.
It's just a little
Like
person.
it just she just walks around, and people just look at her walk around, and then that's it's just that's what having a baby is, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's that's what you do with Simba.
You know what? You're not wrong. But also, he doesn't try to hand me half-eaten crackers.
You know what? That's true.
He does
I
vomit on my floor, though, so I guess it's
about the same.
it is
My
kind of about the same.
my parents babysat for my cousins last night. My cousin and his wife, their kids, their 4-year-old stayed over the night with us last night,
Mm-hmm.
and I just do not have a high tolerance for toddler speak.
Oh, God, no.
It's just, and it was just like 3 hours of that, which was just so much to handle.
It is, kind of stressful because, especially for toddlers, because, they're trying to communicate something with you.
Right.
Um,
And if you give them nothing, they're gonna be they're gonna be upset about it.
right, but also,
What do you want me to do?
I know I've had this interaction, and I was like, I don't understand what you want from me. I know you're trying really hard, and I appreciate that. But at my best, I have a hard time understanding other adults. So
Right. Oh god, and the fucking the feigning he told a joke at one point. It was the same kind of joke that I told at that age, and by which I mean it was not a joke. He
right.
just kind of said a couple of words, and then my entire family pretended to laugh, and I was just like, I don't know what to do with myself here.
It is so difficult when you. I feel like such
Not to dunk on the kid for having no comedy chops. Of course he doesn't have a tight 5 at age 4, but
right, of course. Um, the thing is, I am never rude to children because I don't think it I'm not, unless someone
right,
is
you're
actively
normal.
rude to
You're
me, I will
normal.
not do the same. You know what I mean?
Right, you're
So I'm not
normal to
rude to
kids.
children. But I don't have the neurons that make me find them cute at all, which
Right.
makes I think that is the main thing.
You cannot sanction their buffoonery.
It is just I intellectualize it. I'm like, yes, this is what a child would do. But people are like, "Oh my God, it's adorable." And I'm like, this is why you should have kids and I shouldn't. Um yeah, I just it makes me feel I feel like I toe a sort of intellectual line. Obviously I have the moral high ground above like child people on r/child free.
Right, of
Uh
course. You're not referring to them as crotch spawn.
right, exactly. Um
Dumbest fucking website.
oh God.
The entirety of Reddit, but specifically also r/child free.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Um but I also um have no emotional tether to people who are really excited about children.
Oh yeah.
Because my roommate has worked with kids in the past and will just tell me stories about the kids she worked with, and I'm just nodding politely the entire time, and she's like, I know you don't care, but I have to tell you. And I'm like, I do understand. I know it's very important to you. Yeah.
Children just
Man.
kind of like that.
It just, it takes a certain type of person. And I think it's big of me to recognize that I'm not that person.
Oh, you sure are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to get into this?
Oh, please, let's.
Welcome to Fear Baiting, everyone. It's your number one. What is it? Your number one?
Oh God.
Your number one gore aesthetic blog podcast.
Dude. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's so...
This movie was like this movie was. I mean, I liked this movie. Don't get me wrong, but this movie also felt like it was designed for like people who like make gifs for Guru blogs.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, I don't know. The aesthetic is something. It's very 2012.
It is, yeah.
So you're Sarah.
Yeah, I'm Sarah.
And
joining
Blair.
me is Blair. Blair,
Yes, hello.
we're getting ready for Schlocktober because next week we've got guests going on. I guess I should talk about what the schedule is going to be, right?
Yes.
We've got a poster forthcoming, but here is the lineup that we are looking at. Hold on, I just got to find it. So on Friday, October 2nd, Matt GameCube and girlfriend of Matt GameCube, Stephanie, host of City Girls Make Do, one host of City Girls Make Do, will be coming on we'll be watching Countdown, the movie about the app that kills you. That episode will be coming out on the 5th. On Friday, October 9th, Brooks and Eddie, the Brotherhood Without Manners from Post Game of Thrones, Yada Yada Boys, and 5 Grams of Iron and Fun Point, will be joining us to watch Chain Letter, and that episode will be out on the 12th. Then, on Friday, October 16th, we will be watching The Boy, featuring Sylvia from Friends at the Table, Emoji Drome, and Take the L, I think is the name of the Death Note podcast that she does.
Mm-hmm.
And on Friday, October 23rd, The Return of the Mac... We're finally redoing our lost episode by having Roy on for Gremlins 2.
Oh my God, that is 3 years in the making. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was like one of our earliest episodes, and we just completely lost that episode because Blair's computer exploded.
No, I think Roy's
audio like ate
fucked up
shit.
aggressively.
Yes. What movie was it where your computer exploded?
That I don't remember which movie that happened, but that did basically happen. Yes.
Yeah. I'm super excited for all of these movies. I'm like they all look great, but like the movie I'm most jazzed for, I think, has got to be The Boy.
Yeah, I think this is my first time hearing the entire movie list, though we had agreed long ago on doing a finale on Gremlins 2.
Yes, Gremlins 2.
Which I'm beyond excited for.
Gremlins 2 still Gremlin.
Yes. Fuck. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We do a stream the Friday before.
Yep.
And then obviously the episode comes out
the Monday after. So I know we haven't done latest in horror movie news, but I've got a story for us.
Oh?
I'm sorry. From NME.com. Just letters NME.
Mm-hmm.
Headline: Crew members test positive for coronavirus on Scream 5 film set.
Christ.
Why are we making movies? Can we not just like fucking chill for a little bit?
And a sequel. A fifth iteration in a series. Unnecessary. Nobody asked for it.
Yeah, like don't film Fantastic Beasts 3. Just throw that one in the fucking trash. I mean, honestly. Don't film Robert Pattinson Batman. Please don't kill Robert Pattinson with COVID.
Please.
And God, do you remember that time he lied about seeing a clown die?
No.
Yeah, he was like on a late show, and he was just like, "Yeah, when I was very young, I went to the circus, I saw a clown die," and then like 2 days later, he's like, "I made that story up entirely. I could not tell you why."
Um, I like when actors are like the appropriate amount of kooky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson is that. Like, Robert Pattinson is chaotic. Like, that picture of him with the guys from Death Grips.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, a little bit more on the story. A number of crew members have reportedly tested positive for coronavirus on the set of the upcoming Scream 5 film. As reported by Deadline, 3 crew members on the set tested positive for the virus. The horror film is currently being shot in Wilmington, North Carolina. Now, I didn't know this movie was happening until I heard about this.
Me neither. I don't think, like, even maybe the diehard Scream fans, like the people who write fan fiction
The
for
Scream
that.
heads.
Yes, as they are popularly known. I don't even think they were asking for this.
No.
No, nobody wants this. Nobody needs it.
Nobody needs Scream 5.
No, certainly not.
Scream 2 is more than most people. Scream 1 and Scream 2 is like a person's lifetime allotment of Scream. We don't need more than that. And here we are making our 5th. We are so greedy.
For sure.
America is the land of excess, truly.
Yeah, literally. If they're, but like frivolous excess.
Yeah, Scream excess.
Scream excess.
See, speaking of Excision,
Seamless.
perfect. You missed this shit. This week, Blair came on to talk about the 2012 movie Excision.
Mm-hmm.
Directed by I just had his name pulled up. Directed by Richard Bates Jr. And I was like, this movie seems really familiar for a reason that I can't place. And then I realized it's because he directed another movie that we've done on this podcast, Suburban Gothic, which is a movie that I liked a lot. Also featuring Matthew Gray Gubler.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
That movie, I don't remember too much about that movie except for there's a scene where a ghost comes in a light and then the light explodes onto Matthew Gray Gubler.
You know what? I have not, because I believe you watched that movie without me.
Yeah.
Those vibes line up absolutely with this movie. This man definitely has a strong directorial style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He also directed a movie called Trash Fire.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So yes, we watched Excision this week, which the cliff notes of it is basically about a senior in high school named Pauline who is super, super awkward. Maybe that is a soft way of putting it.
Yeah.
So she's very like socially awkward and like heavily bullied for it as well, but also has a strong obsession with like gore, surgery, and blood and like medical stuff, to the point of it being in like almost entirely sexual.
Yeah.
It is.
She like every like 10 minutes or so we get one of these like cutaways to like a very sterile looking shot of like, well, the movie opens with one too, because it's like it's this very sterile shot with like the tiling that you would expect to see in like a pool or like a locker room at the YMCA.
Sure, yeah.
And then just like that like very sterile environment being mucked up with a lot of blood from some way or another, whether it's from nosebleed or period sex or surgery. It's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Pauline's goal in life is to become a surgeon, and she sure does that by the end of this movie.
You know what? In a way, I suppose we could say that is true.
She does surgery. Is a surgeon not defined by doing surgery?
I guess it depends on who you ask. Some people might add the qualification that you need to be actually trained in it. But yeah, I guess she is a person who has done... Let's use person first language. She's a person who has done surgery.
Yeah.
Yes, so Pauline lives in like a sort of very like Christian, probably evangelical environment.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Her mother is extremely godly, and her dad is like, whatever your mother says, kids.
Yeah, I had a hard time clocking the sect of Christianity because it did not feel expressly Catholic to me.
Yeah, it felt kind of like I mean, I don't know the divisions as well as you might, but it just kind of felt like a pastiche of of different Christianity sects.
Yeah,
Just like picking and choosing whatever they could like make her the most like obnoxiously Jesus-y.
Yeah. I mean, it could very well just be like something vaguely Protestant. Anyway.
Also, yeah.
Just as a side note, this is something I know like a lot about, but don't ever consider this knowledge I have strange. But almost everyone I know, even people who were like raised religious, are like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, maybe it's because I was raised Catholic, so I like had to know the divisions, because most people are raised Protestant and they just figure like everything is Protestant. Anyway, this is neither here nor there.
Yeah. We are attacking Catholics on this podcast. This podcast is an assault on Catholicism.
Can you believe it? Can you imagine if we went fully anti-Catholic here? That would be such a weird. Christ. So Pauline is in this environment where she, I believe, goes to like some sort of like private like Jesus school, just based on the fact that everyone was wearing uniforms, and she, instead of seeing a psychiatrist or like a therapist, she like goes to like weekly sessions with her pastor, which she resents.
Played by John Waters,
which was startling, but also so fun.
The cast, like the cast and the fringes of this movie are fucking wild. We've got, by the way, I asked if the guy playing her teacher was Hannibal, but I did mean to ask if that was I think I got my wires crossed a little bit, because I did recognize that was a Clockwork Orange man.
Yes.
It's Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah. It's so strange. Yeah, so we have Malcolm McDowell, we have
Ray Wise.
Yeah.
We have Matthew Gray Gubler.
Yeah. We have John Waters. It is the tertiary cast of this movie is deeply strange. But it's fun. It creates such a weird vibe. So the other context for this setting is that Pauline's younger sister has cystic fibrosis, and that's like a thing. And we have these sort of like, they're sort of foils for each other, whereas Pauline is sort of like the disaster devil child, basically.
Yeah.
And her sister, whose name escapes me Grace, gosh, yeah, is like literally like the angel baby, the perfect put together angel baby. But like, so they're like foils in that sense, but also like get along exceptionally well for being so like different, which I appreciated. Though there is a bad end to this situation.
Yeah, it's a cute sister relationship. I was doing some research. I was just looking into any of the other actors who had like a blue name on Wikipedia, and one of them was the deaf like school counselor that shows up in one scene, whose name is Marlee Matlin. And I checked out her filmography, and she was in the Limetown TV series as Deirdre Wells.
Oh, interesting.
Which is a weird... She also was a voice on Family Guy, which I imagine was not very respectful of
Probably,
her.
I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Probably not, though. Err on that side. Yes, and so Pauline also has a very, like it's like domineering mother, Phyllis, and deeply passive like father, Bob, and it is sort of a very recognizable dynamic, but dialed up to, I feel like, an extreme to which I found it very engaging. I don't know. I as much as like cliche is played with in this movie, I never found it to be eye rolly at all.
Yeah.
But I also think that has a lot to do with the fact that the performances were all really strong.
Yeah.
And the writing was pretty strong too. So
A large subplot of this movie is Pauline being forced to go to Cotillion and her saying, "I don't want to fucking go to Cotillion."
yeah, so there's a few there's a few conflicts. It is. I'm trying to think thematically. Like, so we have like, Pauline wanting to lose her virginity
While
on her period, and
yeah.
also Pauline being forced to go to Cotillion.
Yes.
These sort of like overlapping
the fancy young ladies class.
Yes, these sort of like overlapping like conflicts that we have, which I think serve to overlay a sort of I don't know. I'm trying to articulate ideas as I'm going, because this movie is like very much about like sexual fantasy and like
Right.
perverse sexual fantasy,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
did not feel like like weird like quasi pedophilic gazy at all. I'm like, not the least of which is because of the fact that Pauline is an 18-year-old, like, I mean, still in high school, obviously, so whatever, but like she is legally 18 years old. But also the fact that like it doesn't have this movie is sexual but not erotic. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's not, yeah, very not erotic.
Yeah. And yeah, because it's very like stark in its displays of sexuality, to the point where like we see her like losing her virginity, and it is more of a tense scene than it is like something that is framed as like something you're supposed to like get anything out of, you know what I mean? Because during that scene, it's like intercut with the sort of like fantasies we have in that stark environment where she is choking the man that or the dude she's having sex with, and then like he's like covered in blood, and basically like all of these things, and then
She says gobble up this. She says gobble up this pussy, and then he does, and then he gets pussy blood all over his mouth.
yes. I don't know. Do you feel the same way? Like, were you like put off by the fact that there were so many like displays of like high school sexuality in this movie?
Yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, it felt weird.
Sure.
It felt very like this movie is about that, and that's not like to make an excuse for it. Like I don't know. I feel like they could have like gone down like I don't know. I feel like they could have made a further attempt to obscure the actual act, like the way that we see the bodies like almost in their entirety, like in mid coitus, which is like it happens. It just happens the one time, right?
It does, yeah. And
except for all the fantasizing scenes.
Right. In fairness, I don't think we see any like.
We don't see titties. We don't see
right.
pussy. We don't see peepus.
Right.
But we see pretty much everything else.
Yeah, I mean, we see like thrusting and naked backs and everything.
Yeah, we see like an eagle eye shot of her riding Adam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's. I think that I don't know how I would have done it because I'm not a director, but I think this could have been done without showing so much of the bodies.
Yeah, I don't know.
But again, this movie
I
is
understand
about...
that, but I.
I have very conflicted feelings about it. I was
Right.
having that thought. I was having that thought through my head while I was watching that scene. I was like,
Yeah. It's
this is
definitely on a
uncomfortable.
line because I feel like it could have been. I feel like if they actually showed a lot of like her nudity, like a lot more of it,
Oh yeah,
um, I I would have been
this
way more put off by it.
this was definitely on the tamer side of things, but I don't know if it was on the tamer enough side of things. Not to not
Yeah,
to be
that's
like a
fair.
prude, but
Yeah. No, no, no. I think it's fine because it is a difficult needle to thread.
right,
Um, though not not a one that should be like avoided being thread, if you know what I mean. Uh,
yeah,
because like I think there's like value in something like this, you know.
right.
Um,
And I think something that like I think about a lot is that there is a like like teenage sexuality is often explored in coming of age stories.
mhm.
Like it's regularly explored in coming of age stories, and I don't want to say that like it's uniformly good or bad or anything, obviously, but
Right.
it's I don't know. I find like I always find myself being more critical when it is a this is a very odd coming of age story, but I would still say that it is a coming of age story.
I would agree. I would agree.
But I think that there's a lot more scrutiny applied to the female coming of age stories than there are to, you know, male coming of age stories.
For
But
sure, for sure.
also, so I'm jockeying with that and the fact that like I still feel even with that in mind, this still like approaches a line for me, and there's just a lot of conflict. There's just a lot of conflicting feelings that I have.
Yeah, I think it was like for me it was like based on purely vibes. Like I feel like you can tell when like a director is like getting off to it, you know? And it just didn't feel like that to me, you know? It felt like fairly clinical. Um, but that is a deeply subjective judgment I'm making.
Definitely, I can definitely like if someone came out, if someone like turned off this movie at the 30-minute mark when that happened, I would not begrudge them.
Sure, yes. Um, yeah. But I think
Much to think about.
yeah, but what I think it like is doing there is that she's being pushed to do cotillion at the same time as this, which is like
Yes.
something for much younger people. Um, and she's like a senior in high school. She's 18. She's like close to graduating. It is like this sort of like infantilizing of herself by her mother because she
Yeah.
like feels I think like her mother feels like she has not had enough control over how feminine she's reared her daughter.
Right.
So she's like trying to take it a step back to make sure that like that like social conditioning really gets in there. At the same time that Pauline is like having these very like uh, uh like atypical like sexual fantasies and experiences that are not like
Not what one normally would have at age 18
right
for the
they are
average like, you know. Like it is like obviously there's going like at age 18 you are still like you're probably past puberty at that point, but you are still experiencing hormones.
sure everyone's experiencing hormones.
Right.
um I I think like it is like it's like an infantilized norm versus not necessarily a mature like like rejection of that norm, but certainly a rejection of
It's
it.
what she perceives as mature. Like
Yes.
she is forcing a maturity on herself in order to act out against this infantility.
Yeah, she definitely articulates herself as someone who sees herself as a full-grown adult.
Definitely.
To the to the point where like even soliciting like Adam to lose her virginity felt more uh like
Clinical?
writing an email to a coworker in order to get like a spreadsheet done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It did not feel like
it felt like an errand.
It did not feel like, hey, sexy boy, let's go have sex. She was like, I need to check this box off of my my to-do list.
Yeah. Yeah, and because the basically she's like it was very like pragmatic. It was like she's like, I'm clean and I'm on birth control, so have sex with me.
Yeah.
And you know what? It worked, I guess.
Yeah. He was a cherry
Interesting.
poppin' daddy.
Shut up. Oh, you. Shut up. Yeah, so this I feel like this movie does not necessarily have a very, very strong like detail-oriented plot. It is more about like tensions between characters and character dynamics.
Very much so. A lot of this movie is about Grace's weird and strained relationship with her mother,
Yes.
and her relationship with her sister, who is like dying, who's like pretty much dying from cystic fibrosis, and also to a lesser extent, Grace's father's strained relationship with Grace's mother.
Yeah. Because
And
yes,
because I think a very strong scene that like comes to like an apex of that, at least between of Grace's dad and Grace's mom, and not Grace, sorry, Pauline's dad and Pauline's parents having contention, and also Pauline's conflict with her mom, is the scene where Pauline's mom like basically has a breakdown, and it's like, I can't fucking deal with this girl anymore. I'm gonna fucking divorce you, Bob. And like Pauline is just sitting just outside the room and listening and crying.
right. Yeah, it is. I enjoy Pauline's character so much.
Yeah.
Because she is a human being with emotions, clearly, despite being strange. She's like clearly someone who desires connectedness. She's like
And
clearly someone who like feels connectedness with like other people. She's not just like entirely like an asocial like creature, you know?
right. And I think the thing that shows like her desire to be connected is that like despite her constant arguments with her mother, there is like she has a desire to engage with faith in a way that her mother does.
Yeah.
Like, but it's in a very it's in a very like clinic, like in the same way that like her propositioning Adam, it's in a very clinical way. It's just like she is talking directly to God. Like she's, there's no like flowery language about it. She's just like, hey God, it's me. I would like not to get pregnant. I know I was on my period and I've been taking my birth control, so that's probably not a deal. But just tossing that out there. Cool, thanks, bye. Like,
Yeah.
it's a very by the books attempt to have a relationship with God.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is it's very pragmatic. Everything, yes, very pragmatic. And yeah, she's like
she's a very letter of the law, if not she's a very letter of the law over the spirit of the law kind of person.
for sure. And what I found super interesting is like she is not like she's not antisocial. She's like she engages people in what she sees as positive ways, and then is like rejected because it is not the normative way. You know what I mean?
I felt very akin. I felt like a kinship with her on this, because I went through very similar things, because I was I tried my best to have friends for the majority of my schooling career, and my friends kind of treated me poorly because I did not really know how to have friends.
Yeah. And it is like so strange, because like I feel like those norms matter the most in high school, and basically only high school.
Right. Yeah. Like I have not had those issues since graduation.
Yes. Yeah, because I've like also like talked to like other friends about it. They're like they hold that same like social concern, and I'm like, adults have so much more tolerance for that, and not even tolerance. They just like they just get worse at socializing themselves.
Yeah.
So anyway, but like I I it the thing that troubled me more about this movie is what it has to say about like mental illness, because there is no real specific mental illness there. I think that it's trying to represent necessarily, um but it is like obviously painting the portrait of a person who is um like uh, neuroatypical, I guess,
Yeah.
um, which is fine for the most part until like the culmination of this movie, which ends in uh, Pauline doing experimental lung transplant between the neighbor girl who was like mean to her and her sister to give her like a new lung,
Yeah.
um, which is like a pretty bad call.
Yeah, I don't think she does a very good job of it either. Like, I feel like that. Like, I am no surgeon, but I feel like there needs to be more to be done than like popping out one lung and then popping in the other like a Lego piece.
Right. Definitely. There's
But
a lot of
maybe
like.
maybe not. Again, I am not a surgeon. Maybe that's how you could do lung surgery. Hold on.
I do think there's more involved. There's like blood typing involved.
Yeah, my sister's a nurse. She might have some information on this. I want to see if I can get her on the horn real quick. Just 2 seconds. She's downstairs. Let me see if I can grab her for the podcast.
Is organ transplant like Legos?
Here's Emily. Speaking to the mic, it won't pick you up if you're too far away.
Did you already ask the question?
So we're just trying to figure out what the exactly. Blair, say hi.
Hey.
Oh God, that's loud on my end. We're just trying to figure out, like, so in this movie that we watched, it ends with a surgery, quote unquote, where a girl just basically pops out her sister's lung and then pops in a healthy lung, like a Lego, as I was saying, and then just stitch. Does that work?
No, I mean, you have to reconnect all the nerves, all of the vasculature. It's not just coming from one place.
So it wouldn't be like an hour
It's
process.
not no. No, very much not. Like, maybe removing the lung is
An
a
hour?
little more than an hour. I don't know, because like a lobectomy is an hour. So no. Final
Cool.
answer.
Other quick question. In this movie, a girl threatens to give someone a tracheotomy. Was it tracheectomy? Is that the word?
A tracheotomy with the blunt
jump
side
rope.
of a jump rope.
Could you do that?
What? I don't even understand like the logistics of that. Like that. No.
Thank you very much for your input, homie. Future surgeon Emily Rogers.
Great.
All right, I'm gonna plug my headphones back in.
Please, by all means.
All right, so now we've got the answer for that.
Cool. You know, I figured it would be more complicated than that.
Yeah, me too. I just liked hearing like a medical professional's opinion.
Yeah. And I guess since this is like a horror movie, it makes it makes like a narrative logical sense that it would have ended this badly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's interesting. I don't think it's a positive thing
Right.
that's being done. It exists in the same way. It exists in the same place. I sort of see like how the sexuality is handled. It is perhaps not the best move, but it's done worse in other places.
Yeah.
Like other horror movies have handled mental illness worse than this one, but it is not in the place that we would ideally like it to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Complicated.
Yeah, that's this movie. Why'd you have to go and
Though-
make things so complicated?
Though I would say, like, despite the issues that this movie has, I still like really enjoyed it. I feel like it was, aesthetically, visually, so of its like aggressively of its time. Oh my god, like the interstitials of like her like gore like surgery fantasies, like it felt like Lady Gaga music videos.
Yes, that's the vibe it was giving me. Yes. There was also like the Pauline engages in like a sort of like she engages in a not like other girls kind of like, and like of course that's like par for the course for high schoolers who are like,
Absolutely.
but it's also just like a very 2012 like not like other girls kind of thing. She also she refers to another girl's vagina as a diseased axe wound.
Yes.
Which is such excessively turfy language.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, she
man, that interaction is so it's just, like, but yeah, there is that what I would see is like a very recognizable mutual attack on femininity between teenage girls who hate each other. Which I don't know. I was just like, yup, that's how it was.
Yeah. Teenage girls do be like.
Yeah, because like, so Pauline says that to this other girl, and then the other girl is like, "You should get estrogen like supplements or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, no one's doing gender correctly," and that is the attack.
Right.
Can you hear that siren outside?
Yeah, the cops are coming to get you for gender crimes.
Ah. Yeah, it is.
You have committed crimes against gender and its people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is what it is. I think, again, like, the bullying in this movie did not feel comical to me. Like, it did not feel, like, self-parodic.
Right.
It was...
And it's like, it comes to a head at the end when her house gets, like, written on by those girls, and it's like, there is like a parting shot to their intelligence.
Yeah.
That they can't spell the word cunt properly.
Yes. Which is I mean,
and there is such a not like other girls sentiment to this movie. Like there is like she at Cotillion, she refers to all the other women there as what is it, cum dumpsters.
Like over made up cum dumpsters, yeah.
And like the women, the girls can't spell the word cunt correctly, so they write C, cross it out, write K, and then cross that out and write C over top of it on the garage of their of Pauline's family's home.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to feel about it.
I feel fine about it.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah, because I like, I think the whole like, I'm not like other girls concern is like sort of overblown in some like feminist circles, because having grown up as like a person who was rejected like soundly for not performing femininity correctly in like elementary school and middle school, and then sort of like was more accepted as soon as I like learned those patterns, the ones that I eventually rejected soundly as an adult. I find that, and also was not like other girls in spirit around those times, I find that like in a large part that sentiment comes from like women who are like rejected for not performing femininity correctly, or it comes from like women who like trucks. And
sorry.
So I guess it just depends on like how racist you are, if it's bad.
Oh my god. So do you have anything else to say about this movie?
I actually like I want to try to like dial in on the like this like the surgery fantasies, because
sure.
They are very, I mean, they're fantasies, but they're very fantastical. They're like, they represent Pauline in this sort of heavily made up a way where she like is her makeup is done in this very like over the top way. She's like always got a different wig on her. She's a girl with like I guess like normally like not over the top acne, but just like normal teenage acne.
Right.
But like you don't see that in movies, so it is like noticeable.
Yeah, it's very glaring.
Yeah. And that is like basically a non-feature in, so it is like, it is an idealized version of herself, I think. It is her fantasy version of herself. And she's like surrounded by all these people who like adore her. And there's just it exists in no reality, like the scenarios she's engaging in, which speaks to me, how she is sort of disconnected from the reality of this passion she has. She sees herself as maybe like just like inherently incredible at this thing she's very interested in, instead of like recognizing the fact that like she is like an untrained kid basically.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It is like this sort of like self-mythologizing that happens in these fantasies.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
That does lead to the climax of the movie where she is like, okay, I've done all my research, never put my hands on a cadaver.
Yeah.
I'm now going to Detroit become surgeon.
Yes. She's like, yeah. So she's like, I've read textbooks. I know how to do this, basically. Yeah. Just which makes sense because she does everything with she does everything with an insane amount of confidence, which like even the fact that she's like rejected by her peers obviously hurts her emotionally, but does not seem to knock down her confidence as a human being at all.
Yeah.
She basically just reacts with like threats of violence, which honestly work. Like, get it. But yeah, I don't know. I would say generally positive but mixed feelings about this movie. I love its vibe, but I don't love everything it's trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about, so I don't want to put a number rating to this movie because it feels like I don't know where I'd land in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like on some days I can come at this movie with a 4, and some days I can come at this movie with a 2, and it just kind of depends on the day.
Personally, I'm gonna put it at a 3.5.
That sounds about where I'd land. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's solid and worth engaging with.
Definitely.
But
it misses the mark in some spots.
It does struggle. And I think the fact that it is so over the top in so far as like visuals and content, is it makes those sort of stumbles feel more intense.
Uh-huh.
Which is not to say that they aren't, but I think they stand out more in this film than they would in a different one. Maybe. But then those decisions wouldn't have been made in a different movie. This it is sort of in a class of its own. I stand by this movie as something I enjoy and would recommend, but with caveat.
Yeah, definitely. We don't have any questions, so if you want to just go straight into recommendations.
Oh, sure.
I can go first if you need.
Please save me.
My recommendation this week is going to be a game that I've played a bit of in when it was in early access, and then it came out for real last week. Hades, the roguelike game where you play as the demigod son of Hades, fighting your way out of hell. It's really good, and all the character designs in it are big fucking sexy. I don't know if have you seen any of them, Blair?
I have not, actually.
I need to show you what Dionysus looks like.
Oh, please!
He is a fucking himbo.
I mean, he has to be. He's fucking Dionysus.
And he looks like... I'll post it in the chat.
Okay.
He looks like this.
Oh, their general chat. Oh, yeah. Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Oh, great vibes.
All the character designs in this game are great. And also is a great fucking game to play. It's not just eye candy. Supergiant makes really, really good looking games, and I think this is also one of their. I think this is their best playing game since Bastion. Like I loved Bastion. I liked Transistor. I liked Pyre, but I love this one. The voice acting is all stellar. The music is pretty good. I don't have a ton to write home about it because I normally listen to podcasting while I'm also roguelike gaming, but it's good. I really fucking like it. Blair, what you got?
So I'm struggling with this because the thing I've been enjoying the most recently has been something you've recommended to me on this podcast.
Sure.
Which is the QAnon Anonymous podcast.
It's good.
It is very good. Oh my God, is it very good? And the other thing that I've been enjoying recently is something I've already recommended on this podcast, but it does feel like relevant. So I'm going to mention it again. Venture Bros got canceled recently.
Super funny.
In the middle of them writing their 8th season. So I have been rewatching it as sort of like in memoriam to this show I enjoy very much. And I truly cannot recommend it enough. I mean, so it has a lot of the same trappings as Adult Swim shows would normally have. But is like narratively more mature than most of them. Like insofar as like problematic content. I just love it so much. It's such like a meaningful like look at American pop culture, I feel like, and like tropes there and the implication of those tropes, as well as like telling really compelling stories about like family and like relationships, and it's also extremely funny, and I just wish it like had less problematic content in it. But yeah, it's I'm gonna do a recommendation 2.0 on that one.
Hell yeah.
Yes. But just as like a personal aside, it is so, it's like the day that because Adult Swim never went out of its own way to announce that it had been canceled. Basically, the creator had to like hop on his own Twitter, which he hadn't touched in years, to be like, yep, it got canceled. And then immediately Adult Swim was like, hey guys, so everyone hated that we canceled the show, so we're gonna try to do everything we can to get them another season. And I was like, yeah. So basically, I feel like television networks don't understand what people like ever, and that is just a feature of capitalism in general.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's not good. But the show is good.
That's good.
Yes. So, hey, Sarah.
Yeah?
Do you have things you'd like to plug?
Yeah, I would love to, first of all, plug, we are at Fearbaiting everywhere. That is Twitter, that is Patreon. Patreon.com/Fearbaiting is where you can go to support the podcast. Hold on, I need to do a big stretch.
Wow, big stretch.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, a little lightheaded from that one. So patreon.com/fearbaiting can $1 a month get you early access to the episodes when we get them up early. $5 a month gets you your name out on the podcast and a message of your choosing. $10 a month lets you choose a movie for us to watch. So thank you very much to Mogu, Ducky Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, and Michael Kaiser. We love you all so much. If you want to find thank you very much to Satah, who did the intro and outro music for this podcast. You can find them making music under people you meet outside of bars, or head to gaygothvibes.online for a direct link to their work. Thank you to Matt GameCube, who is now directly responsible for the fact that I say Z instead of Z when I'm doing my math homework, and Z is a variable. So thank you very much for that, Matt, and Noisepace.xyz, which is the podcast network we are so happy to be a part of. If you want to hear more of me, you can listen to the Wonder Years, which is the Animorphs podcast I do with the aforementioned Satah and the currently featured Blair.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
And if you want to listen to me talk politics, I'm on Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, the Leftism podcast by, for, and of the Terminally Online. I'm also on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. And keep your ear to the ground on the Fearbaiting Twitter. We will be announcing stream times as we get closer to this coming Friday.
Yes.
Probably be like 8-ish or 9-ish. We just have to iron out exactly when. 8
Right.
or 9 EST PM.
Yes.
Pemest.
You can find me online at Blair Kitsch on Twitter, and that's basically it, other than the places that Sarah has already mentioned. Yeah, I'm online sometimes.
You
Check
are.
me out. Check out my hot tweets. My spicy tweets. My roommate knitted hats for the cats recently, and those are on my Twitter. Those are worth looking at.
Yeah, they're good.
But yeah, that's it. So until next time, folks.
I'm Sarah.
Oh, you are Sarah, and I have in the past and currently been Blair.
And remember,
You can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
good night, everyone.
Peace out.